Greetings, toy hunters. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to take 2 for this video. I changed my camera bracket setup, and when I went to assemble the clips for this video the first time, I realized that the bracket obscured the audio pickups for the GoPro, and that made a terrible audio mess of everything. So here we are again. So right in front of you I have the newly released Transformers Earthrise Runabout and Runamuk. These guys are available at retail currently. Runamuk is a little bit harder to find. Runabout I've seen at many Targets around my area. Let me know what you guys are having trouble finding out there in your neck of the woods. But without further ado, let's get into these guys. I love what Earthrise is doing, bringing back all these characters that we haven't seen for a very long time from an official standpoint. These guys are almost identical. You can see here we have Runamuk. He has purple eyes and sort of a smooth helmet, whereas in Runabout we have a silver faceplate and we have red eyes and a little bit of a crest on the top of his helmet there. A little bit of different detail on the sides there, so these guys are not identical. Runabout also comes with 2 blasters, whereas Runamuk only comes with the 1. They both stand about, we'll give them 5 1/4 inches tall or so. So let's go ahead and transform one of these guys. I am not a step-by-step guy. If you watch any of my other reviews, I will try to muddle through as best I can. Alright, last time I did this, it did not go smoothly, so hopefully I learned something, whereas normally I just do this all on camera. Alright, so that's going to be the top of the car there. The wheels tuck into the back canopy here, pull those out. This is a faux chest. This is going to be the side doors of the car. We have to maneuver all of this around, and I will do my best. I think this swings forward on an armature here, this whole apparatus. I'll be honest, guys, this one kind of ate me up the first time I transformed it. I mean, I was hitting the camera. It was not pretty. But it's not a difficult transformation, it's just I butchered the crap out of it. I didn't realize that this came up on an armature. So I was really struggling against that. This wheel just is not doing me any favors. Alright, let's get that arm back behind there. These guys do transform identically as most mold brothers do. We'll tuck the head back under here, close that up. Oops, forgot to bump the fists into their hollow little cavities there. Apologies for the terrible camera work. I'm trying to focus on getting him in mode, not necessarily keep him in frame. Alright, there we go. So there's kind of the back half, and then we'll turn to the legs here. Battle Charger thing, you got the faux back wheel like it used to have when it was part of the car. Alright, so we're going to flip the waist around. That's going to tab back into there. It's going to tuck in there. Kind of accordions back in. That folds into there. There we go. I had a hard time getting this all to sort of tuck in cleanly. You see that there. Wants to stand out. There's a tab in the canopy and a slot down here in the leg where that's all supposed to go. Not so much, but that would kind of give you the idea on how it's supposed to go together. Mine just keeps wanting to pop out. Well, whatever. There's your on-vehicle weapon storage, the obligatory on-vehicle weapon storage. It's not rolling very well. I don't like when they do the faux painted chest on a piece of opaque plastic underneath, especially on the bottom of a vehicle with tight clearances. Inevitably, you're going to end up rubbing the paint off of this if you try to run it around in vehicle mode too much. And I mean, if you can see that, there's nowhere else for it to go. That's just where it sits. So there is that. So there he is in vehicle mode. What were these guys? Firebirds. It's kind of a loose interpretation of a pop-up headlight 2-door sports coupe. So reminiscent enough of the original toys. He's going to transform the same. I'm not going to go through all of that. But for articulation, you got a head with very limited articulation. It's on a ball peg, but it'll go sort of up to there, down to there. You can cheat down a little bit because it's on a flap if you want to. Shoulders go all the way out, all the way up 90 degrees. They will go all the way around, a little stiff. No butterfly. Got a single hinge elbow, a little shy of 90 degrees. No wrist swivel. It does kind of give you a little bit of in and out. Waist swivel, it'll go all the way around. Hips, got a high leg kicker on that one. And it'll go, not back very far though. Back is kind of limited to there. You got the torso joint getting in the way there. So it will do the full split. I always like when they incorporate, instead of flaps, they just use the hip joint to go with everything, so that's good. You got a thigh swivel. My Runabout has a pop out on the mushroom peg. It looks like they didn't clear some of the plastic off of it on assembly, so your mileage may vary. Your 90 plus single hinged plus, no, double hinged, part of its transformation, but it does go more past 90 even with this big heel spur. And then you've got pretty good ankle rocker there for a deluxe. So very stable. I think the sculpt is good. I like the paint that they've done on it. You got this nice matte black here on this red opaque. The face paint is clean on Runabout here. The guns are, you know, pretty basic. This one is the same as the one that comes with Runamuck. Just this one has red paint. This one's all black, but they're identical. And Runamuck does not come with this one. This one comes sort of pre-assembled as a sort of double rifle unit kind of deal. But I always prefer the dual wield option when it's given to me. So I had used this TFCC Overrun 2-pack for my stand-ins for these guys for many years. For those of you that don't remember these or have never seen these, they are based on the Reveal the Shield, the Wheeljack and Trax mold, whatever that one's. You can see they're a little bit bigger in vehicle mode. Let's see if I can transform this guy really quick. I'm not going to do them both, but you can get the idea just from doing one instead of the other. So without a third party or official masterpiece option, these guys were just kind of standing in. You know, there wasn't many other decent options, I'd say, to do so. I mean, these are very, very minor characters after all. So getting anything, any kind of figure for these guys is kind of a plus that you never expected to see. But they're doing a lot of that with Earthrise. Getting a lot of characters that we didn't expect. Giving them a modern interpretation. So that's going to kind of tab into the back there. Well, it's supposed to tab in there a little bit. And then these come up. These are sort of your obligatory wings. They do pop off quite frequently. Not sure how many times this mold had been reused before these guys came out. But these guys were not cheap to acquire. I don't remember exactly what I paid for them, but like I said, being a convention exclusive didn't help matters any. And being a mold that was not specifically for these characters, I think it did a pretty decent approximation of being guys. I mean, you had the obligatory backpack shroud there. These things were just dumb as weapons anyway. But here was his little shoulder cannon thing. That'll clip on up there. So there he is, as you can see, which is a change from what we've been getting. You know, figures seem to be getting smaller throughout the years, but these old guys are actually shorter at the head and just about the same at the backpack top. So I think these are a great update. I'm happy to have found these guys. Again, these guys are available at retail if you can find them, or you can go online and get them off, you know, I think Big Bad Toy Store is where I got my Runabout, Runamuk, and then Runabout I've seen multiple times at local Targets. So if you're interested in these characters, these are great figures. Much better price point than either these old figures or any of the third-party offerings that may come out. And I like that Hasbro and Takara are doing characters that we have not seen well enough that they can stand in on a Masterpiece shelf and not look entirely out of place. If I can go home and set these guys up in my display, maybe I can give you kind of a snapshot at the end of the video as to how they look on a Masterpiece shelf. If I can figure out how to get that done, I will do that. But in the meantime, comment down below what you think of these two guys. If you think they're a decent Masterpiece stand-in, or if you would never be caught dead with these guys in your display. But that's my mini review for these guys. Happy hunting out there, toy hunters, and I will see you next time.